I want to talk about an alleged act of horrendous, apparently racially motivated violence that is thus far receiving almost no attention, not just at the national level, but even at the state or local level. Very little information has yet come out about this. So this is Jon Rone Jr, a black man who was apparently killed by a white supremacist, or an alleged white supremacist, Walter Tonkin, outside a Kansas City gas station on the 4th of July, just before 2:30 p.m. And what witnesses have revealed so far about what happened is shocking. What's more shocking is how little legally has resulted from this. So witness accounts and court records offer a bone-chilling narrative of the murder. This is coming from the KC Defender, what appears to be the only journalistic outfit that has talked about this story. The vicious act was a display of racial hatred as Tonkin made his intent clear to multiple eyewitnesses. Rone's sister recounts the harrowing words spoken by the murderer before he launched his attack, including the question, "Do you want to see a white man F up an N-word?" So he was not hiding the racial component of this, and he was perfectly willing to do both the violence as well as talking about his motivations in front of multiple people. Now, when emergency responders arrived at the scene, they found Rone inside the gas station, unresponsive and suffering from multiple stab wounds to the chest, which proves fatal. Here is a photo of Walter Tonkin, the alleged assailant. Jackson County court documents reveal Tonkin was allegedly found with a folding knife emblazoned with an American flag on the handle. How patriotic. Test results showed blood traces were discovered on the blade. Now, all of this horrendous. And it would also seem, based on all that we have just heard about this, that the next steps legally would be very easy to predict. Well, perhaps they are, but only in that we know what America actually prioritizes and what it does not. So after the Defender did an interview with Rone's family, prosecutors did bring charges against Tonkin, but not for murdering Rone. At present, the only charges are possession of a controlled substance and a peace disturbance. And look, we now reach a point in the story where I have to just say, I don't understand what is going on. Partially because no one else is reporting on this. We have very little information about potentially last minute developments in the story, what's been going on. But as of right now, it doesn't seem as if the fact that a man was killed and that multiple eyewitnesses were there for it, let alone the racial stuff, is being considered seriously at all. Like, even if you, let's say that you're predisposed to think, who cares if it was racially motivated? I don't think hate crimes are a thing. No one disputes that a man was killed and that it seems super clear who did it. And yet we're now 2 weeks away from the murder and seemingly nothing is happening. I hope to be proven wrong. I hope that other outfits do some digging, talk to the police, figure out what's going on, perhaps pressure them to do something if nothing is in fact being done. But JR, it's just an absolute mess and I wanna know what you think about it.
It's one of those situations, look, people may say stop bringing up race. But every time you see a difference in the way that maybe our judicial system doesn't handle normal things, you pointed it out there. You don't have to talk about race if you don't want to, but a man was murdered by someone who went in there on a crazed knife attack. What do you wanna do about that? What if it was an elderly white guy? Same thing should probably come down because someone was murdered. So the addition of maybe a race charge on it is based off of maybe trying to keep people from thinking they should be inspired by an act like this and do it more. But the murder charge is the base. Where is that part? And when we start analyzing which one of these is not like the others, we always see that it's the black guy who's then been murdered based off of this declaration the guy made beforehand. We can't pay attention to that. He said it. Everyone said he said it. The prosecutor says he said it.
Yeah. It's a reminder, by the way, this amongst all of the various components of this tragedy, the fact that the violence happened, the fact that there are people who are so motivated by racial hatreds to allegedly commit acts like this, the fact that there's injustice, but at least it proves how important local journalism is.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.